Want to start playing piano today or refresh your skills if you're a beginner? I will take you through top 9 basics in piano that will get you started playing and reading piano today. If you haven't subscribed yet, hit the subscribe button and the bell to be notified every time I post a new video about music and learning. I use these piano basics to help over 200 students start playing piano and fluently read the music. And today I'm excited to help you play your first song, read it, and experience the joy of music. For the first 4 basics, we're going to go over actually playing before you're learning any terms so you can relax and start experiencing the piano. Alright guys, so this is the piano. It has black keys and it has white keys. And first of all, let's just see that the 3 black keys are organized in a wider group of connected 3 black keys closer to each other. Then there's a little gap. There are 2 black keys. So in order to relax your mind, if you're a beginner, let's just actually start playing right away. You find these 2 black keys and you slide in the middle of them, and that is called a D. And you press the D. So let's just start playing right away. The song you can play using a D is Happy Birthday, so you can go one step before it. You press that note on the left 2 times. Then you press the one in the middle and back to the left. So that's going to be Happy Birthday. Let's just start playing for a little bit before we go to our second basics. Playing is important. So, one on the left 2 times, this one, and back to this one. Then you go 1, 2, 3 to the right and you press that, and step 1 to the left. Follow me if you have a piano or a little piano app on your tablet or cell phone. Then you go happy here on this note from the 2 black keys on the left. Back to our D, which is the middle of the 2 black keys. Back to this one. Then you count 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and press that key, and then here. So let's put it all together. Play that like 10-20 times to get used to piano and the feel of it, to become friendly with it. Play it with your left hand. That is going to be our first basics. Then for number 2, we're gonna first learn about our finger names, key names, and how to start learning your first song. Now that you played a little bit, let's learn some finger names. The fingers are named according to this. The thumbs are number 1. Then next we have 2, 3, 4, and 5 is always pinky. So the names of fingers are basically numbers from 1 to 5. Thumbs are always 1, that's an easy trick to remember, and pinkies are 5, so it's gonna go 1, index 2, middle 3, ring finger 4, and pinky 5. That's the first thing we're gonna use, you need to know that. The second thing we're gonna use that you need to know is the names of these keys. There are really only 7 keys on the piano, and don't be fooled by the whole 88 that you may see on the big grand pianos, because they keep repeating each other. We have between the 2 black keys that we found before a D. And then we have another D between these 2 black keys. You're gonna say, hey Nina, but they sound so different. That's because this frequency was simply doubled. But in our names of the keys, they're the same name. This is D and this is D. So let's quickly learn all of our names. To the left of 2 black keys is a C. That's the first note of C major scale. In the middle of 2 black keys is a D for David, you already know that. On the right of 2 black keys is E. Then we have F on the left of 3 black keys, G in the middle, the first middle on the left, then A in the middle on the right, and B on the right of 3 black keys. And then we start again, C like was here, D, if you see it's the same as here, E is the same on the right of 2 black keys as here, and so on. So we have C, D, E, F, G, A. A lot of people also use it as so, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, but that's more English. For music alphabet, this is how they're spaced, from C to B. C, D, E, F, G, A, B. And let's start with your first song that we're gonna play with both hands. I love starting with this song, it's easy to do. You start on a D, as this is my favorite note to start. It's easy to find it. You hold it for about 2 seconds, you step to the right, the white key here, hold it for about 2 seconds, and then you step 1, 2, 3 to the left, which is B, which is on the right of 3 black key group, and you skip 1 key and step to the left. To start over, it's easy because you find the D again here, then you step to the E, then you step to the B, which was 1, 2, 3 steps to the left, and 2 steps or a skip to the left is the last note. You do it over and over and over again. That's a technique that comes from African tradition where you keep looping the same pattern to perfect it. And you can keep going with me as long as you want. But when you're ready, we're gonna add the next hand to it. So let's just do this for now with the left hand. So when you have this in the left hand and in the right hand, you copy it and press it together like that. So it's the same note, but add to it this black key, the first out of 3 black keys. You're gonna sound amazing. And press the pedal, the right pedal, or press the pedal that you have if you only have one pedal, if you're on a keyboard. I just wanted to show you what the pedals look like. You play the one on the right for today's lesson, and I'm gonna show you how I actually press it. I press the tip of my foot down, and then you can see that the sound will hold. The second I release the pedal, the sound disappears. So it helps you to connect a nice sound when you're pressing the pedal down and up. And every time you play the chord or note, you press it, then you go to the next one. For our song, it's going to be like this. So after you press the next chord, you just clean up the pedal by going up and press it again for it to get activated. Then, when you step to E, the next step to the right, right hand also steps to the right with this E, but you add to it this note G, which is a skip from there. So all 3. Right? Then for the third note in the left hand, which was a B, you also press a B, so they always match, so you can find your spot, they match, and then you skip to the right. Now when the left hand goes and skips to the left here, right hand just remain where you were and press it again. Let's recap that. D with the D in the right hand and this black key here. E with the E in the right hand and skip to the G, skip 1. B and a B in the right hand, skip 1. And then this. Now let's actually press the pedal for every one of the notes that you're using, and it's gonna sound like this. This is your 2-hand song. It's called Bells. I wrote it. It's in my textbook. And you can also alternate how many times you do the right hand. You can do it 2 times. Instead of just 1, you can do 2 in the right hand while left hand is holding it. And that was our basics number 2, playing a song with 2 hands. Then I'm going to take you through how to play a specific song by reading the music. Basics number 3. Music can be written on paper and it has its own alphabet. We have 5 lines, and then we're going to have for today the right half of the piano, which is treble clef. So treble clef is from middle C to the right approximately, and then there is a bass clef too that's to the left of the piano. Let's start with the treble clef. So we're going to learn how to read Twinkle Twinkle Little Star, and we'll learn how to play it on the piano. So I'm going to show you the shape of every music letter. It's usually a circle, either colored in or transparent. For today, I'm going to color it in and add a stick, which makes it about 1 second long to make it slow. Then we're going to go to this circle. And notice they're the same shape, but this one has extra line because I ran out of lines and I needed to go lower. Then you could have a shape in the middle here or on the line, but I'm going from here to here. So we're going to do this note 2 times. And this note 2 times, or you could write it out. So we're going to play this note 2 times and then this note 2 times. This note here is C in the middle of the piano, and this one is G to the right from it, because every time you go up on the page, on the piano, you go to the right, because that's how the sounds are getting higher in frequency vibration per second, or higher in same pitch. So now, after you do 2 C's and 2 G's, you're also going to go A, G, F. Before G came F, so that's F, F. I'm gonna label them too, so you're not confused. And this is a sample of how to read music. E, E. Then we're gonna have D, D, and so on. But let's quickly go and find this on the piano. So middle C, here, middle C, is actually sort of in the middle of the piano. You find the 2 black keys, slide to the left, and you press it 2 times. Then when you're going to G on the right from it, over here, that's actually up on the page because we're counting circles on the line between the lines, on the line between the lines, on the line. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's 5 steps, including the first 2, 3, 4, 5. So you're gonna play 2 here, 2 here. You see the space on the left inside the 3 black keys. Then the A is this key, so it was 1 step higher 2 times because it's on the same height. So you space your notes or musical letters height-wise. And then G, then we step down from G to these 2 Fs, step down to these 2 E notes, and these are E, D, D, and you finish with the same C we started. So you're gonna come back to that C. Let's read this much: C, C, G, G, A, G, F, F, E, E, D, D, C. So on the piano, C, C, G, G, A, G, F, F, E, E, D, D, C. You simply press these on the piano and you sound like you know how to play Twinkle, plus you saw a little bit of how to read it. I just wanted you to know that there is an app called Treble Cat, which is completely free, and you can go and play it to learn which shape is which letter on the piano. Light version is free. And for the 4th out of 9 steps, we're also going to learn to play both hands and with the pedal. Okay, so basics number 4. When you know how to play a song with 2 hands, whereas there is something in the left hand, something in the right hand, we're gonna do something with it to make you actually sound amazing. So let's go back to our D in the left hand on between 2 black keys, then E, step to the right, then 1, 2, 3 to the left, which is a B, and then G over here, you skip to the left. Then in the right hand, you add D as well for the first note with this F sharp, which is a black key. We'll go over it in a second. Then you go E with E here and skip to the G. Then we're gonna go B here and B, skip to the D. And keep the right hand where it is, just press it again when left hand skips to the G. So now you're gonna press the pedal and do it together. And to make your playing, this basic number 4 is actually, basic number 4 is actually when you're going to the other places. You see how interesting that sounds? Ethereal, angelic, beautiful. And you can also go even higher. So you play it in different places on the piano and you use the pedal. That's basically it. So this was a C, this was a D, but what is this key? That could be C sharp because sharps are raised keys. C sharp, we made it sharper. D sharp, E sharp, and E sharp is white key. F sharp is black key. G sharp is black key, and A sharp is here, and B on the right is here is B sharp. But if you want to make a flat, which is a flattened lower sound then from C, it's going to be C flat will be here. It's the smallest step possible on the piano to the left. The smallest step possible is called semitone. And the music is made out of these semitones. D to D flat. This is D flat. If it comes from E, then it's E flat. If it comes from F, then it's F flat. G is G flat, A flat, B flat, and so on. We have a video right here if you want to learn more about sharps and flats, but we don't need it for today. It's our first lesson, so let's go from D to F sharp, which is a black key right after F here. So you're gonna press it, hold it, press it, hold it, press it, hold it, move into the right and press it, hold it. It's the same thing, just played on a different place on piano. It makes you sound so much more professional and so much more interesting. You can also alternate between like just having like a bunch like that, or you can just hold it. And then you can also go back to the bottom or here. So wherever you're traveling and you're pressing pedal, you're going to sound more professional. If you ever wanted to learn to play a song on the piano, hit that like button right now. And if you have a specific song that you actually wanted to learn, comment down below and let me know. For number 5 basics, we're going to learn how to use the pedal and improvise on black keys to sound like a pro. Playing black keys with pedal will make you look like a pro. So, remember I showed you how the pedal looks like? So what you're gonna do, you're gonna press the pedal and hold it, and you're going to actually now start playing black keys. What am I doing? Random black keys with my 5 fingers that I have. When we play piano, we use the tips of the fingers and we keep them slightly curved, not like a lot, and we have short nails to allow us to actually press with our skin. So if you're going to be using your fingertips and you press the pedal, you hold it, then all the black keys sound good together. Check this out. Random. They all sound good. You will never sound bad. You can safely do that anywhere you have a piano with a pedal, because there are 2 types of sounds in music, or co-soundings. Nicely sounding ones like this, they're called consonants. They're pleasant. Or they're consonant sounds, they're pleasant, they're harmonious. And then there is dissonant sounds, which are clashing. They're uglier and they don't sound as good. They're called dissonance. So playing black keys only with the pedal will get you to only pleasant sounds. You can repeat anything you like. You can put something in the left hand, something in the right hand, and the pedal will hold it. So play that in front of anyone and you're going to sound like a pro. For basics number 6, I'm going to teach you how to play the songs you love, because that will increase your effort. Basic number 6. Learn the songs you love by reading their score or following video or asking someone to show you how to play them. Play songs you love because it will boost your effort and you practice way more. So score is a music notation of the songs, like I showed you before. If you don't know how to read the score or you didn't learn it yet, you can also follow a video tutorial or ask a friend who's good at music to show you how to play it. See, my favorite song was Mary Had a Little Lamb. Again and don't even notice how time passes, and that's the basic number 6, because that will get you to practice more and get faster good at piano. Find the songs you love, ask somebody to show you, or learn how to read the score of it by learning with the score basics I showed you today, and you can learn more. I have a video here, more detail talking about how to read the score. For trick number 7, I'm going to teach you basic words in music, like fast, slow, loud, and soft, what we say in regular conversation, so you are up to date. Let's learn some basic words in music. You can go fast, you can go slow, you can also go loud, and you can go quiet. You can go smooth, or you can go disconnected and pokey. So all these words are actually usually not said like I said it. Everybody is actually using Italian names of these because Italian is international language of music terms. So here's a video you can watch that is covering the basic terms that you need to know in a little bit more detail. The link is below, the links that I'm talking about. But basically, the most important terms are fast, which is allegro or vivace, where you go really fast and you need to play fast, or slow, which is largo, you take your time. Then you can go loud, which is forte, which means literally strong, because you need to press heavy to be loud. Press hard. And then to be quiet, you need to press gentle, like you're petting a little puppy that was just born. And that's piano. Piano means soft. And of course, smooth, which is connected, where you press a key and you don't let go it until you already press the next key. That creates a very smooth connection, which is in Italian legato. And the opposite of legato is staccato, which is detached from each other, like this song. Every note is detached, so that's staccato. These are the basic terms that will get you through lots of lessons. I'm going to show you what is a chord that sounds so harmonious on piano. It was called harmony, and how to get started playing the chords today. Basic number 8. Chord is 3 sounds. It's a combination of 3 notes or more that are spaced in skips. So you see, I press the key, skip the next, then I skip, skip. So it's a combination of 3 or more notes that are spaced in skips. So that's a chord. If you are pressing C, which is on the left of 2 black keys, then to make it the chord here, you need to skip to E, and then you skip the F and go to G, so that you can have a chord. It could be natural notes like white keys, or it could be sharpened C and sharpened G, which will be minor C sharp, or it could be flattened. Any of these notes could be sharp or flat to make a chord. So we're going to make chords and play them in any order. Actually, to get started today, let's just start with the white keys, and later you can learn how to implement the black keys as well. So play any note and then skip, skip, and that will be your chord. We're going to use 3-note chord, which is called a triad. Then try it over here. Try it over here. And then here. So just use the pedal a little bit and try different chords, and try to have them with a beat. 1, 2, 3, pick one. 1, 2, 3, pick another one. 1, 2, 3, pick another one. 2, 3, pick another, anyone. So you try these chords and you pick any chords and you practice them on the white keys by skipping. And for the last basic number 9, we're going to go over what to do with the right hand, what to do with the left hand. Doesn't matter if you're right-handed or left-handed, and how to combine everything you learned to sound fluent on piano. Basic number 9. Even if you're right-handed or if you're left-handed, it doesn't matter, because usually in piano, chords are played in the left hand, and that's because it gives it a deeper sound that actually has more overtones or additional sounds to it, because these sounds here are a bit more cut off with the overtones. So we usually use left hand for chords because it's a bigger sound, and melodies are played in the right hand with them at the same time because it sounds higher, like a human voice or violin. So if you hit a chord, any chord like A, and you skip, skip, and then you go a melody, a few notes, any notes with a little bit of pedal, right hand is playing the melody and the left hand just holding the chords. That usually sounds really great. Let me give you an example of that with the song Happy Birthday that we learned at the beginning. And remember to add a touch of pedal. We had C, C, D, C. So I'm going to take F chord here. F, and on E, I'm going to have C chord. C, C, D, C, G, and back to F chord, starting from F. Do you need more tips on how to keep up your daily practice and stay healthy? Download down below my free guide to daily piano practice with 8 tips. And be sure to check out this playlist with dozens of songs you can start learning today. The link in the description below.